Oh wow, this looks nice.
I'll save you a bit.
You have to remove his cap.
Can you smell it?
Is it pretty big?
It's a very said cowboy recipe. This is going to make them so delicious. We'll make it, show you the process, and
We're gonna try to
eat
get
it
on
here
the
on
money
the channel
here.
and show you.
Hi guys,
good day and welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite girls back again with another video. So guys, today we are so excited. We'll be checking out a couple of American videos and we are so excited
about this one. Yes,
I want to check out more. Next one on our list here is titled Old-Fashioned Biscuits and Gravy. Old-fashioned biscuits.
I love biscuits, so
yeah, anything food.
I don't mind learning how to make biscuits. I will make it from scratch.
Honestly, she likes to cook.
Yes, I love to cook.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we saw this one and she was like, oh, let's check it out, let's check it out. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't want to waste much of your time, and yeah, let's just get right into the video.
Okay. Goodness, thank y'all for dropping by under the barn. Guess what? We are making up some old-fashioned classic buttery flaky biscuits. Hey, they so easy.
You said Germany.
No, wow.
This is American.
None at all. You just slip
Germany
them in the oven.
biscuit pattern.
But don't think that's all. We're going to top them off with some homemade white gravy and some sausage all mixed in there. Lather it right over the top.
This looks
Come
nice.
on, I'll save you a biscuit.
It's looking like what we call tapioca.
Is that milk?
I'm not sure. Okay, outdoor cooking. Okay, I'm curious.
Hey,
Controlling cowboy cooking. Oh, US.
Cowboy cooking. And what are we talking about today? Homemade buttery biscuits. But folks, be sure you stick around to the end of this because we have got some great news. We're going to give you a little preview of what? Our brand new cookbook. We got some advanced copies and I want y'all to see it. So be sure and stick around.
That you would,
but also,
if you're
actually
new here,
hey, don't get left out in the cold because it's pretty cold today. Be sure you hit that subscribe button because we don't
please subscribe to his channel. It's in the link. It's in the description box below.
Pardon me, folks, but I'm going to have to put this apron on. I am a little cold, but hey, I'd like to thank the good folks at Ariat. They have supplied us with some fine stuff, and I do love this vest. Shannon will have you a link there to where you can go to the right page, and it'll show you all of my favorites, everything that I'm wearing and what I like. And this is sort of like saran wrap, putting an apron on in the wind. Y'all pardon me, but it is a little cold out here. It is. Okay. Before we start making these biscuits, I want you to know, use good flour, folks. I mean, it is a staple. You have to have it. And I've got to where I really love me some King Arthur flour. You can find it in a lot of stores, but we're going to start with 3 cups.
Okay, I think we can actually learn from this.
Yeah,
and we can try it.
Yeah, we can
just
try it.
That is a 2-cup measure,
yes,
so
we'll make it, show you the process, and
we're going to try to get on the money here.
And show you.
I hope it will be edible.
So
it will,
there's 3 cups of flour. Now we're going to take the sugar, which is in the car.
Okay, like when we make it, if we don't make nonsense. So I think you're saying about what he's making. Hang on, okay.
That's a long commute to the store, wasn't it? Whew.
Is that a goat?
As Justin Wilson would say.
I
now
think
we're going to take 3 tablespoons of sugar. A half a teaspoon of salt.
I need to write
Heaping
this.
teaspoon
We can come back to it.
of baking powder. This here magical elixir. What is it called?
Powder.
Cream of tartar, which is going to give you sort of like a double rise method. Because folks, we're having to let these rise. Remember, I told you these were so easy. So this cream of tartar, do not leave it out.
Can we find that here?
Have some of it. Make sure you mix all them dry ingredients well. But the secret to these biscuits,
if you want to make this, I think that's...
What is it, Shan? Everybody's favorite. Yes, love. But you in the 3rd row by the fresh cow patty. Yeah. Oh, he moved. He is so bashful, I tell you. Butter. Yes, it is.
Oh, those are his favorite.
It is the creamiest, bestest thing you can put in there.
Butter in.
Now, folks, it needs to be chilled. This can't be soft. And I don't want you to just crumb it up in there. I want you to just slice it in there. And we're going to use a stick and a half, which is about 3/4 of a cup. And when we go to mixing this, we are not just going to just tear this butter plumb up to where you can't find it. That's the secret to these good buttery flavored flaky biscuits, is to leave that butter in big enough pieces you can sort of see it and it melts throughout that biscuit while it is cooking. And you need to get you one of them pie crumb cutter deals. And we got one somewhere. We just don't know where it's at. We got one. Oh, Culinary had it. I don't know what he's got there. But folks, if you ain't got one of these, and my mother taught me to make them too, with just a fork. But this is a whole lot easier. Just remember what I'm telling you. We ain't mashing that butter all away. I want to leave it in flaky pieces to where they melt in there, and that's what makes a biscuit.
Smash the butter.
Yeah.
Now, folks, you can see as we quit messing with that, this isn't like a pie crust consistency to where it's more cracker crumb. I want to be able to see them little bits of butter all mixed up in through there, because that's what's going to make things so delicious, folks. It is. Because I want to take one cackleberry. I sure do.
That's what's going to make them so delicious.
Okay,
eggs.
Just to take
more like a cake.
I just want to see it separate there a little.
They have like similar
a little more on the
mixtures.
liquefied stage, and that is there. We're going to use 1 1/4 cups of buttermilk. Now, say you're looking in your icebox just right now, you are, and you're thinking,
I actually thought he was going to get like cow milk directly, like squeezing out
scientific
milk
knowledge
from the cow.
It's a very simple cowboy recipe.
And you go over to the drawer and you find some lemon juice. You can make your own.
I will be squeezing out from the cow.
I
use it directly.
No.
So, 1 1/4 cups of buttermilk. Let's go ahead and put our egg in there. And let's just sort of go to folding this over and over. Okay, you can see that is powerful wet. That is a good place to start. Because, folks, we don't want this to be so dry when we're starting here that we're trying to incorporate that liquid back into it. It don't work well. So, let me get a little flour on my hands. And we're going to add a little flour in there. And I just want you to go to mashing. You can see that is still wet enough to stick together, but it ain't sticking to my hands so much. So let's discard that apparatus and let's put some of that flour on here. At this point in time, we're going to knead it for just a little bit. So just keep rolling it over, mashing that butter all up in that dough, because we don't want to see nobody left out. And you can see that good yellow color that it's got in there from that egg and that butter. See how it sort of just jumps out there at you in the evening fading light. So when you get it to that point,
he
where
makes
you've
this
kneaded
look
it for
so
about,
easy.
I'd say a
Honestly, it's
minute.
not so easy to mix manually. That's why I'm looking at him.
Most times we think making all these snacks are like very, very complicated.
Yes.
But this looks really easy.
We have created a homemade biscuit.
Especially mixing it.
Yes,
With
exactly.
you can pat that out to where about
I'd
say a 1/2 inch thick, or you can take a rolling pin, whatever you want. Let's just get it to about that thickness.
Did he put a sugar
folks,
in
when
it?
you be looking in here right now, when Shannon comes in here, see all that butter? This is what I'm talking about, making things, so good, so flaky, and I'm ready to eat me some biscuits. What about you, baby?
He makes it look
very
so
nice
easy.
out
Today we ain't got no biscuit cutter.
Why?
Because Kent run off and left it, that's why. But never let something like that fool you. In the pickup truck, there was a empty can of Clever Girl. Now be careful when you do this.
Okay.
But I want you just to cut that bottom out of it. And don't be thinking this was a really good knife to start with. This was something I also had in the pickup. So we're going to just cut this out of there. Now you remember that leftover butter that we might have had? Let's just take that butter, because this was sort of warming over by the coals.
To the pot.
Yeah.
Let's give it a good
to avoid
greasing.
it from sticking.
Take your biscuit cutter, pull them out of there.
Okay.
There
This is going to also give it a good shape.
Yeah, a very nice shape.
So when you get
Yeah.
to this point and you done cut them first biscuits out of there, bring this back together
knead it
and
again.
just mash it up here to where we can start. I don't want you
yeah.
rolling it around there and going to kneading and all this stuff, because guess what? An overworked biscuit is a dry biscuit, and we don't want our biscuits to be overworked. Now this will usually make about, I'd say, 12 to 15 biscuits. That's what we're shooting for today.
Dookie.
You like a biscuit?
What do you think, Dookies? Hey.
Do y'all need a little dough? Okay. Well, we got her fired up, we did. Now, I have a pretty tight layer of coals around a tall trivet, really heavy on top, because we can keep an eye on that. Cooking biscuits
like
sometimes
local
in a Dutch oven
fire.
can be a little intimidating, especially in about a
really
20-mile-an-hour breeze,
everything
which
about
we have
it.
today. So we may have to rake these coals back or add a little more to them. You can always add heat to it to cook it, but when it's burnt, you can't take that away. So be sure you manage your fire well. Also, one thing I want to tell you too, been having a lot of questions, keep that fire source going, because you can't just make them coals automatically. So make sure you have twice as many as you need. We'll rotate the lid one way in a minute, the bottom the other, to try to even out any hot spot if we have more coals on one side or the other.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. This is like an ancient way of baking.
Yeah, I know, right?
And I think the problem with this is there's no heat control. There's no control over the heat and all.
I think she has figured how to manage
Yes,
that.
managing
Oh,
it.
hell. Hey, Shan.
He's expert.
Thank you for coming on in here. If y'all didn't know, this was the shipping warehouse headquarters for what? Red River Ranch
Wow.
it is. And guess what? There's a lot of orders go out of here, and we're so glad that y'all are ordering them because I need to make some room in here. I do, but guess what?
Oh wow,
It's a
he
surprise.
actually
Have you
sells
seen it?
these biscuits
Look
that he
here.
makes.
Advanced
Seriously?
copies of what? Faith,
Oh, that's good.
Family, and the Feast. I want y'all to look in here at these
that's
pictures.
so
And he's
nice.
a
Look at this.
writer.
His
Shan is a
recipes.
great
I
photographer.
think he also
Look at
makes
old
them
boy
and sell
waving there
them.
in the breeze as
And then
we
he
pray for our
writes.
little blessings
Wow.
to bless
Wow,
that
that's
meal.
so
But
nice.
guess
That's
who?
awesome.
Guess who made the next page? Look, it is the bee.
You guys can check out his books too.
Yes, please, if you're in the US and yeah, we recommend.
They changed the pages, and so
This
they're
is actually really
glossier,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
he
so
used
the
this dog.
pictures
Wow.
I think stand out
Oh,
more. I don't know
this
if
is
you can tell
beautiful.
from like
They jump out.
this.
Look at that. Out there on the
These are
barrel
really
range,
nice
and what does that
memories,
say?
yeah.
My people will live in peaceful dwelling places, in secure homes,
Wow.
in undisturbed places of
This is
rest.
so nice.
Isaiah 32:18. Well, there's a lot of recipes, as y'all know, and a lot of great pictures and stories, but there's a lot of faith-based in Scripture that Shan has matched up with some glorious pictures because, hey, this is all due to God's creation anyway, and she does a great job taking
Yeah,
So where is
pictures.
our
exactly.
biscuit?
Let's just turn the page. Whoa. Look in
That
here.
looks yummy.
Wow.
Green onion
Oh,
and
nice.
Oh, this
scalloped
looks yummy.
potatoes.
I wish to
Shan
check
got
out his
real
other
brave.
videos, like cooking
This time
actual
she did.
US foods.
And
Yes.
she went
Not just
all
the
out,
biscuit.
and she went to the holy grail of all desserts, nanner pudding. And look at the way she's got that
That
layered
was-
in it.
Oh
we
wow.
photographed that on the front
That looks
porch
nice.
Delicious.
When it's actually just sitting on
Looks
the concrete,
yummy.
and I put some burlap down.
And it is good eating too. But folks, it's got so many great pictures in it, and we're so blessed to have it. And we can't wait till
Yeah,
March
amazing
17th when the
pictures.
book Faith, Family, and the Feast comes to your living room. It'll be a great day. It will. Thank y'all, and hey, keep ordering. I'll keep a packaging. Well, you see me take that heat
Yeah,
off the
please
top
keep
when I look
ordering.
down there. All them biscuits was even brown all the way around. So we
Oh,
got rid of
wow.
that heat, replaced the
Wow,
lid
looks
back on
so
there. You see me
delicious.
take my hand and get pretty close
And
to
it
them
looks
coals.
well
I love the
can
brown,
hold it
yes,
all
the
down.
brown, yes,
Wasn't a whole lot of heat left
yeah.
in them
The
little
brownish
coals.
part is supposed to
So we
soft,
added
so
Look,
some
not
yes,
right
burnt,
across
just
there
not too much.
just to get them all the way around to get that
Wow.
extra added heat to crisp up that bottom just a little bit more. And remember, folks, that little fork right here, it will save your life. You can take it, reach over, pull the sideways back a little.
Oh,
you can
wow.
see if there's
This is
any
looking like a
browning at
bread,
the side.
actually.
So
Yeah.
always have a fork with you. Well, and old biscuits
Bread
is
biscuits.
done, sitting right there, staying warm by Christine. It is a done deal. But if you're gonna have biscuits, what do we got? We got to have us some gravy. We're gonna put some sausage in that today. You seen me cooking it, brown it up or crumble it up really good. Well, you know, folks, making gravy, I was never taught there was ever a recipe. It was just grease, it was flour, it was
What's
milk,
gravy? Do you
cream,
know what
whatever
that
you
is?
got, and you just make it till it's the
No, I
right
do not.
consistency.
Exactly.
Gets too thick, thin it down with some milk
Because
or
we
water
are
again. But y'all are in
Africans,
luck today.
Nigerians,
We're gonna
we
flash
don't
up
know
a
what
little
gravy
recipe
is,
up
so
there to where you
let's see
can
what
make
it is.
gravy just like I do every
Okay,
time.
sausage
I have maybe
gravy.
some bacon
Sausage
grease in here
gravy.
because I saved it. We're gonna let it get hot. Have some of that good King
Yeah.
Arthur flour in here, and you can see as it starts to bubble along there with them sausage crumbs that might have been left in there. We're just gonna go sifting.
Oh,
a
this
little
is making me
flour.
hungry.
A really important
Oh,
tool
you just pouring
we
your
use
flour
at
like
this
that.
time is a spatula that's got seeing eye holes through it. Because, folks, this is the best way to keep them
Oh my
lumps
God.
Okay.
out of that gravy. But
Wow.
I
So you're
like to
frying
let
the
that
flour?
roux cook a little, so
Yeah, I
we're going to
think
add a
so.
little more flour. Make sure you
Oh,
stir it
let's
up
see.
again, and you can see the
Flour
thickness
and
now
melted
starting to
butter.
take place a little as we run it back around through there.
Okay.
So we are getting close. When you get ready to add the milk, folks, have the stirring apparatus on hand.
Okay, milk.
So I'm just going to pour a little in here at a time. Go to stirring as soon as it hits
Oh,
it,
wow.
because I do not want no lumps, clumps, or
This
abrasions
is making me
to
hungry.
come back in this
Yeah.
gravy. But you can see it is beginning to thicken right there on its own. So when you get into this point,
Okay.
hey, let's add a little more milk because I
think
want
it's
enough
going to be
gravy
like
to
pudding.
go around for all them
I
biscuits.
think so too.
Yeah.
And we're going to introduce it to some more
Let's
hog
see
meat,
what gravy
Probably
is.
a flour milk pudding or
which
something.
is a half a pound of good sausage. Dump her right in
What's
there.
that?
Give
Sausage.
it a good stirring, and we can still thin it,
Okay.
folks, even though it's like this. So don't thinking you can't, because you can.
How do you think this would
So
taste?
we're going to thin this a little more.
I'm not sure yet. Honestly. I'm not sure yet.
Like I say, that pork has got some salt in it, so we probably won't have to salt any. If you want some black pepper in there, be sure and shake her on there, because it's what I'd call a done deal. Whew. Can you see all that goodness? I can. This is what I call
this is what you're
complete
eating
meal.
biscuit.
Yeah, you got gravy,
This is not
you got
bad.
biscuits, and you got meat.
Nice.
This is such a simple pleasure that you can create, and these are old-timey, old-fashioned biscuits that have been so good. And the Big says, folks, y'all got time, because he's been an official biscuit checker for years.
I'm not
really
sure about
nice.
the gravy
You can just
thing.
smell that goodness of that. But, can you try these for me?
Can you smell it?
Is it pretty good?
Okay, the dog tried it.
Can you wait?
Yeah.
No, you got to wait for it. Don't even think you can have it, because you're going to wait for it. Okay, good boy.
The dog is listening.
I've cooked this on ranches so many times for breakfast, and hey, I love to have breakfast at lunch or at supper time. Don't make me no difference, but I am fixing to reap the benefits of what I have sowed here.
Wow. This was really delicious. Oh my God.
Praise the Lord.
Must taste really good.
You have to remove his cap.
Some of that gravy over there.
Oh my God. So funny.
Run to the table.
But honestly, I would
Some
really
of that
like
in,
to try
folks.
the biscuit. I feel like it would be so nice.
Yes,
It's like
exactly.
shortbread
flavor of that
biscuit,
biscuit.
which is
But
my
folks,
favorite.
When you can tie that all up with some good gravy, with that bacon grease, throw that sausage back in there, it's a happy meal. It didn't come in a sack, it come on a plate, and it is fine dining. As always, folks, we hope you enjoyed, because we sure did. And I tip my hat to all our servicemen and
I
women
did.
and all
I
the
enjoyed
men who
this
kept
one.
that old flag flying above camp. God bless y'all. Now, folks, for the rest of you, book tours coming
bless
up. We're
you
going to be in a
too.
lot of cities. It'll pop up there. You'll see it. We'd love to see you, each and every one there.
I think that's it about this one. We're just going to end it here. We've seen how the whole biscuit was made, the process.
It looked really simple.
Yeah. I didn't really understand the whole gravy thing, but like for the biscuit, I understood the process and I liked it.
Perfectly.
It's not as if I didn't understand the process that he made the gravy. I mean, it's just milk. It's just the flour, butter, the flour, then milk and sausage.
I think it's something we can actually try.
Yes,
We can actually try it.
How were you taking milk and sausage? And I think
Because I don't think the sausage gravy would be that bad. I think it would have a very great taste and all. Like meat, milk, and
butter.
Yes, and flour. So
I'm not sure. It's something that we can try, because the ingredients are actually like simple.
They're not.
There are things that are accessible to us. So
Definitely.
The biscuit too, it looks like really rich.
Yes,
that's one thing I noticed. Yeah, I absolutely enjoyed this one, and I'll check out more content from him. I'm particularly interested in like cooking like food, like actual US food, how they make them, because I've seen a lot of like top 10 best US foods and all of that. I'm like, okay, I want to try this, I want to try this. But I don't have access to try all of those, right? I'm not in the US and I don't have access to get this food. So the best way to try is to actually like make them myself if I get the recipe. And so that's it about this particular video. Thank you all so much for watching it with us.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video with us. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as we did. Filming it exactly. So if you're new here, please do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to like, and do not forget to share to your loved ones. Thank you guys so much.
And you can also support the channel by buying us a coffee. The link is in the description box below. Thank you guys so much. God bless you. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you all
in our next video.
Bye.